We see safety messages from police all the time. They try not to be preachy. Ideally, they can give us advice, these police, based on what they've seen, not lived. But tonight, THV11's Frederick Price shares a message from a Pine Bluff police officer after a crash that almost took his life.
For 10 years, Officer Marvin Cawthon has patrolled the streets of Pine Bluff.
Making sure the civilians here feel safe and are safe.
And when he's not doing that, you can find him inside his barbershop cutting hair.
People know that I'm a police officer, but they know my rule here is that when I'm here, I'm a barber.
When in uniform, Cawthon is a part of a task force cracking down on complaints like speeders and people who run stop signs.
My personal gripe as far as, when I'm police is people not stopping at stop signs.
It's a sentiment he made very clear in a Facebook post. Cawthon hoped a little humor would help people remember to make complete stops at stop signs.
And believe it or not, it reached people. You get people inboxing like, hey, you know what? I do need to do better.
The next day, Cawthon was responding to an emergency call when he noticed a vehicle approaching a stop sign.
I assume, they see the stop sign, they see a big police car that says police on the side. There'll be no problems.
But there was a problem. Cawthon says the vehicle did not completely stop. He did his best to stop his police car, but by that point, it was too late.
But it was in my lane at that point. By that time, I knew I couldn't get around it, so I did my best to stop, and we collided.
He's okay and has been visiting doctors since the accident. ER docs told him he had a minor concussion after hitting his elbow and knee and hurting his neck.
I've been going back to the doctor. I've been also going to a chiropractor.
Initially, he says he was upset, but he's thankful things didn't turn out worse.
I just want people to understand the damage you can cause by not simply following the law.
And he has this message for those who don't.
My personal right of safety was taken away from me without my decision. So I would just ask to please obey the law.
In Pine Bluff, Frederick Price, THV 11 News.
Frederick, thank you. Cawthon's a good barber, but he really wants to be back out on the streets. He's not there yet, but he's hopeful doctors will give him the all clear so he can get back to doing the job that he really loves.